We got this Wanderlodge coming in. We're gonna do some maintenance on the chassis on it, just catch it up on some missed maintenance. It's been sitting a lot in its life. So we're just gonna go through it and check it all out. Keep coming off of there. Hi, Willie.
Say, hey, I don't like to pose too much, but I love to ride my head out the window.
So he helps you with the pressure washing?
Oh yeah, he goes with me. He rides in the truck. He goes with me to bid the jobs and walks around. He goes on his leash when he needs to be, but most of the time he's really good.
What's the name of the business?
Willie's Pressure Washing. I'll give you a business card before we leave.
Where are you out of?
We're out of Birmingham.
Hey, Willie.
We're a nomadic power washing company that cleans commercial real estate and residential real estate or tour buses.
This is a beautiful Wanderlodge. It has very low miles on it. I think he said it had 38,000 original miles on it. So. It's pretty dusty up here. 33,000. That's what the odometer says. But yeah, Wanderlodges are very nice. They're great RVs. High quality, for sure. But we know that sitting a long time has lots of very, very bad effects to these buses. And that's what we're going to have to go through today and take a look at everything that's been skipped maintenance-wise that needs to get taken care of. A lot of times the wheel bearings, why they're always so bad, is that they're oil. And if they sit for many, many years, the oil comes off of the bearings and then rust starts to form with the humidity in the air and stuff like that. And then you start driving it again and that rust gets smashed up in there. That's why we see so many wheel bearing problems, because the buses have sat for a long time. If everything's packed in grease, it's not quite so bad because the grease really stays there everywhere it needs to be. So if your bus is going to sit for a long time, maybe convert some of your hubs over to grease. It's a pretty smart idea. That's what Luke at US Coach recommends. So let's take a look at some more of this bus. These pretty covers that hide everything from you.
In between the line.
Okay, so the oil level is at the right level there. That's between full and add. That's good. Okay, stick your finger down in there, rub the side, come out with it.
On.
There's metal in there.
Yeah.
The oil level over here.
It's higher.
Okay.
Just a little past the full.
A little over the full line. See the other side. The other side has a leak though. You saw right from underneath there. Is that the side that was leaking?
Yeah.
It's like the front
Yeah,
wheel.
yeah.
The wheel is leaking over there. Do the stinky pinky test. Oh, looks pretty good. I don't see any dark residue or anything.
No.
So the other one, when it had like a gray layer that came out, like whenever you see that gray layer, that's metal. That one looks good. Might be why the wheel seal is leaking when the bearings get a little out of adjustment from wear. That'll cause the wheel seal to leak. That's not a good sound. Okay. Ready? Definitely metal in there.
Something's catching and going, catching and going.
Must be had a wheel seal leak starting back there. The brake drums look amazing. That's how they're supposed to look. Wow, that was way out of adjustment. There's gonna be a lot of wear in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're wearing these little baby bearings. You're not foreseeing it. Well, there's the other bearing.
Yeah. We'll look at it close. It's probably got rust on it somewhere, is my guess. Look at the race.
There. Whoop. It was tight.
That's okay. I think we'll just clean it up and get them adjusted properly. That'll be good. Kingpin's good over here on this side. We'll just grease everything up real good. We will go ahead and remove that cap, adjust the bearings, and change the oil in the hub. So just to service it, it should be good to go. But just to get a proper adjustment on it and then clean, fresh fluid in there. So we haven't really checked anything back here yet, but we will pop these off. We'll pull the axle shafts and we'll adjust the bearings in there and inspect them. If everything looks good, just change the fluid in there and be good with that. Same thing over here. We'll inspect the hub on there. So I think he's got some kind of maybe a fuel leak going on there because there's a little puddle right there that wasn't there yesterday. Yeah. Probably coming from the bottom of his Raycor filter. Yep, there's fuel in there. So that's got to get taken care of. His engine, we got to do an oil change. They already changed the oil on it since he bought the bus, but his buddy just put diesel engine oil in there, which is 15W40 from everything that we can tell. All the jugs in the bus are 1540, and he says the same thing all the other diesels take. I said, no, it's not. So this needs to be a straight 40 weight CF2 rated oil in this 8V92 TA that's on here. So we're going to go ahead and get that multi-grade engine oil out of there, and we're going to put a straight weight 40 weight in there. And then we'll get over on this side and finish checking everything over here. Same thing on these hubs. We'll pull the axle shafts, check the oil on this tag axle. But all that looks pretty good so far. Just this one front one with the bearings on it. We've got a part. We're going to take apart the Kingpin. It might just need to be shimmed, but we're going to take a look at the bushings on it. The bearings don't look bad. There is some wear on them, but we're just going to clean everything up real good. New oil, adjust them properly, new seal, and go from there. So saving some money on the parts. They're not worn out. There is just wear. The metal that was in there was very, very, very fine particles. But if we just get it all cleaned out good and start over, get it adjusted properly. The bearings don't have any spalling or anything yet, so he should be good to go with that. We'll save him some money on the parts there. The paint, he's got a bunch of clear coat starting to peel off of here. But I bet somebody can fix that. If not, you gotta have the whole thing painted. That would suck. The back is like that worse, but the sides look pretty good. It's definitely a nice bus. Okay, that's where we're at the end of the day one on this one. We're gonna have another video tomorrow of the other bus too, the Prevost that has a very, very rough shaped bus.